2 days ago, Turkish citizens reacted in horror when they discovered that their rights to watch videos such as Charlie the Unicorn and Gangnam Style were revoked, and yet the latest round of government crackdowns against the media in Turkey. According to the New York Times on the 29th of March, these crackdowns have stemmed from municipal elections that are threatening to become a referendum on whether the National AK Party is fit to rule. Prime Minister Erdogan of this party is considering these of utmost importance, therefore acting in a violent manner towards any media that has criticized the ruling AK Party, and according to the Washington Post on the 27th of March, responding to a series of what Washington Post has termed damning leaks, including videos showing him announcing plans to possibly move against the Syrians in an offensive, and other massive building projects that continue to raise questions over whether the Turkish government is truly working for the people or for their own corrupt means. Because the very status of Turkish democracy is at stake, we must ask today's question. Would an AK Party victory in Turkey's municipal elections result in a loosening of media restrictions or further crackdown? To which we will see, unfortunately, the answer is further crackdown, for three key reasons. First, the ongoing Syrian conflict continues to be of utmost concern for the Syrian government, creating more problems which are not being helped by Erdogan's continuing corruption and massive projects. And finally, the AK Party is setting for itself a new precedent in the way it will lead. So, to begin with, we must look at how the Syrian war has come to affect Turkish politics, and therefore how they have come to influence this crackdown. To begin with, according to the BBC on the 23rd of March, the Turkish government downed a Syrian jet, a move widely criticized by even the Western media, who have many times been completely fine with many moves of the Turkish government to assert its sovereignty during this conflict. Because of this, Turkey is discovering that it is losing support among the international community and therefore must take drastic measures to continue to secure its position in the rest of the world, which, according to Bloomberg on the 28th of March, is why YouTube was banned, particularly after a video showing Prime Minister Erdogan making comments that he might want to do an offensive towards the Syrians went public. The YouTube ban was quickly enforced and many people across the country protested. However, none of these people were truly able to make any difference. Because of this scandalous new video's release, Erdogan is not planning on unleashing YouTube again until at least after the elections. Because of this, we must consider that Erdogan, if he continues to experience so many scandals, might use this as a reason to never allow YouTube to be present in the country again. Although this would be extremely out of character with his actions in the past, with his current actions and goals, it might be carried over into the future. However, Erdogan does not only have to worry about the Syrian conflict, but rather about these massive building projects that he has been working on. According to the Wall Street Journal on the 3rd of February, 40 journalists were jailed last month over allegations of whether he was moving too much money into three main building projects. According to Al Jazeera on the 25th of March, these include the world's largest airport, built to handle 150 million passengers and 6 runways, which would be 5 times larger than Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in America, and include a canal between the Sea of Marmara and the Black Sea, which, while allowing more traffic to pass between the Bosporus and upper-level ports, also includes many problems for the environment, including a lack of methods to keep the Black Sea from draining out into the Sea of Marmara and the larger Mediterranean, destroying the Black Sea economy and leading to an area-wide panic. Many of these projects that he continues to pour money into, however, are exactly the reason that he is enforcing these new anti-criticism measures, because people are continuing to question why we need a larger airport and why there is a necessary canal between these two already connected locations. Erdogan is saying that there is too much against him for mediums of discontent, such as Twitter, to be allowed in his country. This is precisely why he continues to move forward. However, his AK Party is discovering a new precedent for how they are ruling through these measures. According to the Telegraph on the 1st of March, Parliament shut down the preparatory schools owned by Erdogan's rival Fethullah Gulen. These schools, oftentimes portrayed as standard prep schools for many of the country's wealthy citizens also housed many anti-government protests. As Parliament moved to close these, however, one of the main centers of consent was completely shut down. Because of this, Parliament is already discovering its power to control public opinion, and therefore is setting a dangerous precedent for the future. According to The Guardian on the 28th of March, there was no more shock when Parliament approved of this YouTube ban. Instead, according to The Guardian, in standard British style, they say that, like the Brits, the Turkish have finally learned to simply raise their eyebrows, sigh, and move on. Although this might seem tragic, we're discovering that the AK party no longer holds itself to the justice and democracy that it is named for. Because of this, AK might discover that its new heavy-handed tactics are exactly where it wants to be, and therefore all of this sets a very dangerous precedent moving forward in Turkish politics, setting us up for further crackdown regardless of the results of Sunday's municipal elections. So today we've looked at the question, would an AK party victory in Turkey's municipal elections result in a loosening of media restrictions or further crackdown? To which we have seen that the answer is unfortunately further crackdown, for three key reasons. First, the ongoing Syrian conflict is leading to government panic, matched by a growing concern over Erdogan's massive projects which he wants to protect, and finally a dangerous precedent being set by the AK party overall in Parliament as they continue to move forward with these massively corrupt schemes towards limiting public opinion. As Turkey moves forward, the question might not become whether Syrians and Turkish people alike can continue to enjoy videos such as Gangnam Style and Charlie the Unicorn, but rather whether their democracy will be able to be present at all in the future.